So most real estate agents lose buyers before the video even starts. Now you have the first 3 seconds to either spark curiosity, or that person's gonna just keep scrolling. Now you have to remember, people are scrolling non-stop every single day. They have videos that are grabbing their attention in so many different categories. What's gonna make your video spark the curiosity and make them actually want to watch what you have to say? The niche is saturated. The idea of real estate is saturated online. Your video has to stand out and it has to spark curiosity. So you have to figure out how you're going to do that. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. You see, if your listing video opens up with something like the shot of the roof, well, you're telling the person there's nothing human about this property. Like, there was nothing that really allowed them to anchor themselves in your video. There was nothing human to feel about your video. Nobody cares about your roof. Like, that's awesome, but that's not going to get you views. Now, our main focus here is to grab attention, convert them into clients, right? You want quality viewers, an audience. Now, this doesn't mean that your video has to get 100,000 views. That's a huge misconception. You can get the right type of audience with just a couple hundred views if you tailor your video to the correct audience. Again, quality, not quantity. If your idea is to become a famous TikToker or influencer online on Instagram, whatever it is, awesome. This formula is to help you get some clients, right? You want to convert them into buyers, sellers, people who want to trust you as the expert in your field. Too many agents think that marketing is just about showcasing spaces. But the problem is, people don't just fall in love with spaces, they fall in love with stories. And another misconception that most agents think about marketing is that they have to showcase every single detail in the property, and this simply just isn't true. Again, you want emotion, so when you showcase a room, an empty room for that matter, you're going straight to the old saying, oh, I'm talking to a wall, or the wall's not going to listen to me. Maybe you're showcasing a house that isn't staged. Well, now you need to think about that. Are you expecting to get a lot of views from this? No, because nobody wants to speak to a wall, nor does a wall ever listen. This goes back to the old saying, you want to spark emotion. An empty room is probably not going to do that, and it's probably going to make that viewer disconnect almost instantly. Let's be honest, nobody feels anything when they're staring at walls, so you need to give them something to feel. Marketing is all psychology on camera. Just as psychology applies to your sales, applies to your conversations in person with your potential client, you have to do the same thing when it comes to speaking to the camera or showcasing your property in a way that's going to bring the main features or the emotion of that property to light. You want to make them feel something? Put some thought into what the property can allow them to feel, or how it's going to allow them to picture themselves in that property. And honestly, I wouldn't give these tips out normally, but I really want your videos to do well. Now, attention is not random, and I'm going to give you these 3 main triggers. And I'm not going to lie to you, I wouldn't normally give these out, but I want your videos to do extremely well. And this is exactly what is working for our clients, whether they're running paid ads or their organic traffic. And it's allowing them to convert their clients from their quality content. So the main 3 triggers are motion, emotion, and curiosity. You see, motion or movement, it draws the eye, and that is crucial for this first step. Number 2 is emotion. It keeps the eye that you just drew exactly where you want it to be. And number 3, curiosity. It makes them want more. You know, when you're reading a really good book or watching a really good movie and they leave you at a cliffhanger, it's like, oh wow, what's gonna happen next? Or maybe it makes you feel like you want to watch more because you know something else is gonna happen. It leaves you right on the edge. And now the second thing I'm gonna give you, this is extremely important, and I wouldn't normally give this out, but like I said, I want your videos to do extremely well, so you can come back here and say that it helped you. So this is called the frame formula. Now what is this, you might be asking? Now the first frame, it sells the scroll. This is the thing that allows you to stop the scroll momentum. That's what I like to call it. That person scrolling all day long. What's gonna stop them on that one scene that draws their eye to say, oh wow, like I actually want to watch this video. Forget the 300 other videos that I've watched all day. I want to watch this one. The frame formula. This is how it works. Before you even think about showing the house, think about showing a human element. Whether it's the birds outside, maybe it's the sunset, maybe it's a beautiful scenery around the home, because as humans, we connect deeply to those things. And this is going back to the anchor point that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. What is going to allow that person to feel something deeply? It might even be you as the agent going through the house, having a coffee in the kitchen. Maybe it's you watching TV or the news on the couch. Something emotional and human. And it really has to feel alive, if I'm being honest. Maybe it's a shadow, maybe it's a certain movement, maybe it's a sound. It just has to feel alive. And then you can show the space, you can show the structure. People always process story before they process the structure itself. If there's one thing that you take away from this video, it's this. Next time you plan a listing video, ask this question to yourself. What does the viewer need to feel in the first 3 seconds? And again, it's not what they're gonna see, it's what they're gonna feel. Because the main goal here isn't just to showcase the home, it's to allow somebody to imagine living in it. and feel what it would be like to live in that home. Again, this is Justin from the Realtor Marketers, and this is the Realtor Marketing Code, based on a real world experience and what's working for us right now and our clients in real time. And I wanted to code for you how the modern buyers and sellers think in this real world online.